Hi guys, it's your girl B Michelle coming at you with another Dollar Tree DIY. So this video is going to be a request by a subscriber that wanted to see something, some Farmhouse Glam. So this is going to be some candle holders. I do have another project I'm trying to work on that's kind of farmhouse, but I'm kind of torn on which direction I want to go with it. So maybe that'll come in the future. But so I started with the picture frames, and these are 5x7 picture frames. They already have that farmhouse kind of look to it with the kind of distressed look with the paint. They're kind of like in a bluish tone, and you can see specks of gold streaks throughout the frame if you look at it closely. So I'm taking two of those frames and I'm using some of the craft sticks. These are the wider craft sticks. So I cut them in half, and you want to make sure that they're about the same height. So I'm placing them in between the two frames to make the frame stand. It's basically like I'm kind of building a stage in between the two frames. So I'm just trying to join the two frames together so I can have somewhere to place my candle holder. So I'm also taking the craft sticks and I laid them one direction, then I went in with another layer and laid them the opposite direction, trying to build up support. I also thought about, well, maybe I'll add some lights to it. So those are the lights that you just saw, the little you can get these in the floral garden section. They're the copper LED wire lights. And I also went in with another layer of the craft sticks in the opposite direction again, and followed up with some of the Popsicles craft sticks just to lay on the outer edges of the frames. Well, they're on the inside, but on the outer part of the craft sticks that I staged up here, just the outer part. So once I did that, it's actually 3 layers of the 4 craft sticks that's placed side by side, and then these 2 that's on the outer parts. So that's all on the craft sticks. So there's 3 layers of the craft sticks. I use 4 craft sticks on each layer. Well, basically it's 2 craft sticks cut in half, so equal 4 craft sticks on each layer. I also decided to go ahead and paint the craft sticks. You can do this beforehand, before you actually lay them down if you want. But I went in with some gold paint that I already had on hand. So I also decided to go ahead and paint the inside of the frames just to give it a little more of the gold look. You can leave the frame just as it is if you want, but I just decided to go ahead and throw a little paint on there. So next I'm taking the LED wire lights. These are the fairy lights. Like I said, you can get these in the floral section. And I put the batteries in, and you want to glue this where you can still take the battery on or off. So you want to glue it down where the side, on the side where you want to glue it down to where you can still be able to access the batteries. And I just took it and I just wired it through the frame. I used some hot glue, and those little tabs that come on the frame, you can take those off if you want, or you can leave them on. You can use those to help hold these wires, hold the lights onto the frame. I used a touch of hot glue. I did take them out originally, but that was because I didn't think about using these lights, and I was like, oh man, I should have left those in there. So I did stick a few in some places where it allowed me to place it back in there. And if I couldn't use it, I just used some hot glue just to hold it down in place. It doesn't take a whole lot of the hot glue because these are very thin wires. So, and also at the tops of the frame where I laid I put also a gemstone there. So I put a dab of hot glue and placed a gemstone on top of it to conceal that hot glue. And I just did this on the top parts. You can put as many gemstones as you want. If you don't want to do the gemstones, you don't have to do those, because this is farmhouse, you're trying to incorporate the two, the glam and the farmhouse together. So that's why I use the gemstones. So I'm just going ahead and I'm going to wire the whole frame. And I did notice on the second piece that I put together, the copper wire is a little bit longer than the silver wire that you can get from the Dollar Tree with the fairy lights. So I prefer to have both of the copper, but I only had 1 of the copper and I had 2 of the silver, but I didn't realize that when I first did this. I just started with the copper, and then when I realized that the silver was actually shorter, I wish I had 2 copper. So basically you just want to continue to lay the wire around the frames, the 2 frames. It's as easy as you can do it. However, it's however you can get this on there. I kind of make things a little complicated when they're so simple sometimes, but just wire those frames. Use some hot glue to put those down in place. So next I use some of the peel containers. You can use the napkin rings if you have napkin rings on hand. I just happen to have some of the peel containers that were already left over from previous projects, and they were already spray painted the gold color. So I just used one of the containers, and I used some of the Fix All and the hot glue to adhere it to the top of the craft sticks. So next I'm taking the candle holder here, and I'm just throwing some gems around the top of the candle holder. This is all optional. If you don't want the gems, you don't have to do that. On the next one, I actually use some of the stones, and I'll show you coming up. So basically just a dab of the hot glue and just place it around the edges. So this is the second piece that I'm working on. It's the same concept, the same thing, just a different color frame. These are more brownish, purplish kind of tone, and you can see specks of gold through this one. And the candle holder is slightly different too. The candle holder kind of matches, it really does match the frames itself. As you can see, the first candle holder had like the bluish turquoise looking color along with the copper and gold looking color, and this one has more of the purplish brown looking color with the gold and copper. So I just paired the two. I paired them up according to the color of the frame. So this is the final look, you guys. I think it turned out pretty nice. And I just staged this up in my hallway. I really didn't have a place to really put these because this is not the style that I go with in my home, but it did kind of pair up with my hallway with the pictures that I have in my hallway. So I just placed them there to show you guys, and that's basically it. So this was a simple, quick, and easy DIY, and I am trying to work on another one. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you that other video shortly, but we'll see. So that's it for now, you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all of my new subscribers as well as my older subscribers. And if you like what you see here, if you want to continue seeing more videos from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any uploads that I upload, any videos that I upload. So thanks again, you guys. And until next time, bye.